Welcome to the Den of Doom. Today we're going to do a turbo session that taxes all the energy systems. Hello, Baloo. Yes, we've got a little pal here, Baloo, who's come to join in today. He will be sleeping throughout most of it. Okay, well, we're looking to do a nice steady session with some effort, long efforts below threshold and some shorter efforts above threshold. So to warm up, first of all, health and safety disclaimer, make sure your turbo is securely fixed to your bike and there's no chance of it coming off. Make sure you've got your towel. Make sure you have got your water bottle. And one thing that I've just forgotten to do is turn the fan on. So if you have a fan handy, make sure you've got one on. Otherwise, open all your windows and doors to let the air flow through. Air flows through when you have got your sweat on. All right, now then. Get your bits and bobs together. I'll give you a couple of minutes for that. If you can do this, if you're going for triathlon or road racing on the bike, perhaps you want to get down in an aero position, time trialing. This session will tax all of those systems. So we're going to keep it nice and smooth, nice and easy. We're going to do some counts. I'm going to talk power. I'm going to talk RPE. So those of you who don't have all the fancy gubbins that everyone's talked into buying, we're going to talk about RPE, rate of perceived exertion. Rate of perceived exertion. Actually, am I securely fitted in? So there's a wobble on. Somebody's been in and moved the bike, I think. Okay, we're okay. All is good, all is good. So, rate of perceived exertion. Best tool, the best tool to gauge how hard you're working. Heart rate monitors, yeah, they're fine, but very variable. We have power meters. Great, love the power meter, but sometimes you can't hit the power. Why can't you hit the power? Well, because you're tired. Your heart rate will give you that indication, but ultimately, you feel tired. So your rate of perceived exertion is going to change. Hi, Gaynor. Hopefully you'll be able to join me on the turbo today. Now then, there is a bit of a wobble going on, so I'm just going to leap off very quickly. What did I say? Make sure that you're nice and secure. Quite sure why you've got a wobble on today. Very, very strange, ruining my flow. Okay, it's not the turbo, I think it's the surface that we're on. Right, so hopefully you've had a couple of moments to grab hold of your bike. I'm going to welcome you once again to the Den of Doom. I'm going to get my watch ready. So I'm lucky, I've got it all programmed in using Training Peaks as the platform. It goes straight to my watch, tells me what to do. The other alternative is good old-fashioned writing on the hand. Okay, so we've got 2 times 7 minutes at an RPE of about 5. So that is below threshold. And then we're going to do 3 times 2 minutes, an RPE of 8 to 9. And then finish off with 4:30 seconds of an RPE of 9 to 10. So they will be hard, but they're going to be short, sharp, and lots of fun. Okie dokie. So now I've got bike indoor on my watch, so I'm going to press that. I'm going to check the clock on the other side because it helps me do some countdowns. Actually, disaster day. Disaster. It's not normally as bad as this. She says. There goes the phone. Feeling motivated. Feeling motivated. To set it all up today. I bet you're all having a chuckle now. So we're 4 minutes in. We should have started the session by now. So I might restart and edit this where appropriate for later watchers. Turbo is solid. The front has got a razor, so I've raised that. I've got my watch, and I'm going to press do workout very soon. In fact, I'm going to press do workout in 10 seconds. Are you ready? In 5, 3, 2, 1, and press the button and go. So it's double press there, and it takes us to a nice 10-minute warm-up. So those of you who are watching for the first time, my name's Claire Owen. I am the founder of CD Training, Coaching and Massage Services. Clearly, there's not a lot of massage going on now that we're in COVID, and my aim now is to keep everybody motivated and training ready for the coming season. Fingers crossed, there will be a season that we can work to. So I thought today, live on Facebook. I'm going to try and do these. I will schedule some times, but today was meant to be a test just to check that the camera, microphone works, etc. So, just a little bit about me. I'm a mother of two. I've been doing triathlon since I was 21 and racing at a high level in sport, national level since I was about 17, when I was a Welsh champion 400 metre hurdler. So from then, I've been coaching pretty much ever since. Became a PE teacher, and now working part-time in college, teaching A-level PE and sports science, as well as coaching and massage. So yeah, number two, busy lady. That's why I think it's really good that I'm able to empathise with you mums who are trying to fit everything in. It's not easy. When my children were just 4 and 6, I was asked if I wanted to try doing Ironman. So I thought, why not? Gave it a go. And was lucky enough to qualify to go to Kona. Yes, there is some genetics, I think, that helped me along the way. But an element of luck is always there, isn't it? It's about who is there on the day. I also think that I was lucky because the weather was horrendous. Wales is known for its inclement weather. I think we had 4 seasons in one day. And obviously being able to train on the route was a bonus for me. So, we're going to gradually increase the warmth of our body. Increasing the blood flow to the muscles. Now, there's a lot of talk about cadence and smashing gears. I like to try, where possible, to match running and cycling cadence. There is some research out there to show that the transition, if they're similar or the same, is easier. So anywhere between 88 for me and 92 for my cycling cadence seems to match my running cadence. Research also shows that if you run at a cadence of about 90 for one leg or 180 for both legs, you are a more efficient runner with less loading going through the joints per step. Some people have claimed I can do it because I'm only 5 foot and it's easier for the shorter people. Maybe, we'll see. However, if you are running naturally at a cadence of 80 and you're running well and you're happy with your running, then that's something you may not need to change. If you're pedaling at a cadence of 80 to match that and you're happy with that, again, there is no real reason to change it. I do tend to try and do high cadence efforts in order to try and improve our contract and relax mechanisms of our muscles. All muscle work in pairs. So when one contracts, the other one has to lengthen movement. So, vitally important, the quicker they do allow that movement, the better for you, okay? The less energy you're going to use. So we're going to do a count. It's also about maintaining power. So if you don't have a power meter, if you can maintain the same cadence throughout an effort, you know you're actually maintaining the same level of effort, even though it may feel like it's getting harder. Okay, so if we get ready, we're going to do a count in 3 seconds. Now, I'll tell you what count is, and count. 1, 2, 3, So what you can see is I am counting one leg as it comes over the top of the pedal. Okay, I want you to stop counting now. That's a 15-second count. Ideally, you want it to be 20 or above. Okay, for one 15-second count. So let me know what you got. Did you get 20? Did you get 22? Clearly I kept talking throughout that, so no idea what I had. We'll do a few more of those. It's also good to keep your mind alert and improve your mental skills. As I'm getting older, I think my mental skills are starting to decline. Now, when you do this counting as well, another good thing to think about is making sure that you swap legs. So if I'm constantly talking to my right leg and counting my right leg, then unfortunately what happens is I build communication lines with my brain to my right leg. So my right leg becomes naturally stronger. What we want to do is make sure we're building those neural pathways or communication lines for both legs. So keep it going. We've got 3 minutes and 22 seconds left of the warm-up. So this should be an RPE of about 3. Nice and easy, you can hold a conversation. So there's people who are new to RPE. 7 is what we call threshold. And threshold is where you're producing more waste products than your body is able to get rid of. And you find it's a bit more difficult to have a chat. Tell me what you had for breakfast. Muffin and a cuffin. Okay, spinning it out. That's lovely. We're going to do another count in 10, 8, 7, second time in 4. Count the other leg this time. I'm going to count mine with you and count. $22 for me. What did you guys get? Don't forget, give me likes, give me loves, comment if you can. So mine was 88, which is pretty much normal for me. On a longer ride, I'll notice that my average will drop, particularly if you're outside, because there are downhills where you can either keep your cadence up or just sit back and relax. Keep those legs turning. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, if we've gone over a 7 for our RPE, it is much more difficult to hold a conversation. So you know when you're there, you're starting to breathe heavily. I'd say you start to sweat, but I'll start to sweat long before then. The warm-up is really important. It enables your body to get ready for the harder efforts and get you to make the most out of power that your legs have got. If you can get down, you've got tri bars. Do as much of a session in your bars as you can. It will make you more aerodynamic. And that is free speed. I tend not to do it at the moment. I'm going to get myself another tripod so I can put it about there. So I can see my watch. I can see the power that I'm pushing out. Because for you young people, you haven't experienced this yet, but as you progress in age, unfortunately, the eyesight starts to dwindle. Okay, so we're coming up close to moving up a step. So, depending on what gear you're in at the moment, we're going to add a gear. We're going to go a little bit harder in 10 seconds time. And it's going to be an RPE at about 5, so still comfortable. 2, 1, and see, I'm going to add one gear first. I am working to power as well as RPE. I've got my heart rate monitor on today, but sometimes I like to wear that, especially when I'm feeling a bit tired, to see how my heart rate is responding. But all of these gubbins are not essential, so don't feel like you have to go and buy every new gimmick on the market. Good. Perfect. So one gear was enough to add enough resistance to take me into the next power zone at an RPE of 5. Another reason I like to use rate of perceived exertion is because you've always got you. You may not have your heart rate monitor. You might not have your Garmin. You might not have power meter or stride attached to your trainers. But you've always got how you feel. The only time how you feel lies to you is before you get on the bike. We all know, oh, feel rubbish, can't be bothered, oh, maybe I'll give it a miss today. You can find any excuse not to do it. I've got to admit, this session I was supposed to do yesterday. I did 10 hours of marking. Yes, this is the teacher side of me. And it drained the lifeblood out of my soul. So, I think it was about 6:30. I decided it was time to make dinner. By the time I'd made dinner, I found every excuse not to come in here and do the session. So easily done. But you just have to keep telling yourself, you will feel better once you've done it. No, I didn't do it. I even broke my resolve not to eat sugar and had a penguin bar. Could have been worse, I know. Good job there wasn't anything else in the house. But this morning, I woke up feeling even worse, even more grumpy, even more ugh. But once you get over that, I decided to do my YouTube live. Like I said, it's the first time. So nice to see I've got someone else with you. Give me a like, give me a love, give me a comment. Whoever you are, don't just disappear once you see me. Okay. And yeah, felt even worse. So I've got another pile of marking to do as soon as I get off here. I procrastinated for about an hour. Cleared up, got all the washing away, tidied around, started fiddling with the computer. As soon as I figured out how to go live, I knew that was it. I had to get on. So here we are. I will start scheduling some live sessions so that you can join me. So I'll come off Facebook and onto the live YouTubes instead. Now then, I think I've sussed out why I was having all the technical glitches with the internet. I needed a booster. So I now got a booster just sitting in the other room. That's it. Remember, RPE 5. Keep it going. We're going to do a cadence check. Ready, and count. We're just there. 88 for me. Hope you're hitting the 20. It's getting a bit sweaty in here. Once we finish this, we've got 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. We have 5 minutes back at 3. Absolutely brilliant, well done. Yes, so I've got a booster. And now I seem to have full signals, so no excuses. That's it. No more procrastinating. Get on your bike and ride. But after this, I'm going to procrastinate for another hour before I sit down to mark the rest of the work. Ooh. Why do they never tell you do what you tell them to? It's so depressing. I mark the work, give some feedback, and then they don't do anything. They just hand it back in again. So those of you who thought teaching was just lots of long holidays and working 9 till 3:30, then go again. At least this year they're going to actually trust our professional judgment, not like last year. What do teachers know? Let's use some computer algorithm. Never know how to say that word. Algorithm. I think that's it. Good. So the first effort's nearly done. Didn't even notice, did you? Flew by. Keep those legs spinning. Keep that rhythm. First session's the easy one. Next few sets, maybe a little bit more tricky. And relax. So we've got 5 minutes. Easier gear. Should feel great, should feel super easy. And the legs keep spinning. That's it. Well done. Those of you that are on programs with me, check your power, check your RPE. Initially, it may not feel like a 5, but this one should be okay. The only thing we built up extra of is carbon dioxide. We shouldn't have reached our threshold yet. So just a little bit more heavily breathing to get rid of the carbon dioxide and create what's known as homeostasis, where the body is in balance. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. Now, let's have a look who's going to join us today. Maybe not live, but I know you'll be on here soon. First of all, I'd like to say welcome on board Priscilla, subscribed last week, and Emily. Tell your friends, don't forget, I'll always give you a shout out. And of course, the old boss. So Kate, thank you for your comments. And Claire, thank you too. It's so good to have the feedback from everybody. And I'm so glad you're enjoying the sessions. Hopefully it's my smiley face. Believe me, that's not always smiling before I jump on the bike. But bizarrely, talking to myself on a computer screen seems to lift my spirits. I know you're out there. I know you're going to give me feedback. Maybe even a little bit of a like or some love. Or it's just love on Facebook. I don't know. I know I can love your comments. All right. Oh, we're nearly halfway through our recovery period. Who else have I got on board? Oh, yes, we've got a couple of newbies with sore undercarriages. You know who you are. I'm not going to name any names at this point. But yes, I believe somebody has purchased a new gel seat. Has it arrived yet? Any good? Big cushion on the seat. I did forget, you do forget that you do get that level of tenderness. So it does pass. And soon you'll be able to throw away that seat cover Also, good quality cycling shorts are great. If you always think I'm wearing the same ones, I'm really not. I've got 3 pairs of these. So I do change my cycling shorts. And that's really important to help prevent fungal infections. I know. I am a mind of information. What I tend to use as well as an antibacterial chamois cream that reduces any friction down below that you might experience. I'll let you think about that one for a bit. There are lots on the market, and there are some that give you a very nice warm feeling. Not deep heat. Do not put deep heat down there. Okay, let me check the clock. Let me check the clock. We've got a minute left before we go back up to that RPE of 5. Try and stay in your power zone, those who've got one. It's below threshold, so it's about 80%, I think, of your threshold. 5 to 7. Well, stood on the scales this morning, little update. Haven't lost anything. So, I think I'm about 8 stone 8 still. Same thing, because it's not the most reliable scales in the world. About 8 stone 8. So I lost 2 pounds. It's been about 3 to 4 weeks now of watching what I'm eating and eating a lot more. So actually, I'm quite surprised that I haven't put any extra on. It could be that penguin bar last night that gets the better of me. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. Remember, you're going to add 1 gear to make it 1 gear harder and maintain a steady cadence for 7 minutes. Off we go. Good. We're there. Do a count in 10 seconds time. As you can see, the little colour of my face is warming and getting a little bit closer to my top. Very normal. Are you ready? And count. "22, I'm just there. Possibly a little slower than I normally would be. That takes me a little bit over my power threshold. So stay in tune with that body, guys. It may not feel like a 5 initially. It might still feel like a 3. But as we progress to the same level of power, same cadence, that 5 will creep up on you. Good. Keep those legs spinning, absolutely fantastic, well done. You can very relax. So I've got Penny with us. And Catherine, hi Penny and Catherine. Good to have you this morning. Or is it afternoon? Well, Penny, you're in Washington. What is it with you? So let me know where you come from, some of the new subscribers. Are you British? Are you French? Got up the French. Are you American? What side of the pond are you on? That's it, absolutely brilliant. Keep those legs spinning. Stay nice and relaxed. You are below threshold. You should be able to answer my questions. Maybe even type them in if your phone is close enough or your computer. Can you multitask? Can you do that whilst maintaining your rhythm? And Heather, I know you're there. Brilliant. Now I'm missing that smiley face of yours. Can't wait to get out running soon. Mind you, we can run in pairs, so maybe we can meet up. Except we still can't travel to exercise, can we? So if you are in another country, what are the restrictions like for you? How is COVID affecting your training? Are we ready? We can do a count in 5 seconds. Make sure you count your different leg and count. "23" this time for me, so 92. If we were to look at the minute. That's it. Well done. Make sure you're drinking. Good. Come on, Freya. Keep those legs spinning, slightly higher cadence. It feels more difficult, but what it will do is it will protect the knees, and it will make these legs a little less heavy for when you're running. How we build muscle is very dependent on our body type. Some people will get very muscular very early on, just by looking at weights, and other people will stay super lean. But what you do need to think about is how you're doing your strength training. If you're doing heavy weights, very low repetitions, that will increase your muscle size and muscle mass. If you're doing longer sustained efforts, that will help you stay a little bit leaner and keep that muscle mass reduced. In fact, one of my students, her study was on gymnastics and increasing strength without size. Very good piece of work. You know who you are if you're watching. FW. Good to give praise as well as moan about them, isn't it? Okay, we're coming up to the recovery soon. 15 seconds left. And then back down to the 3. Thank you for some likes. As you notice, I've been able to talk all the way through that. It's going to change for the next lot of effort. And relax. So we've got 5 minutes. Just getting rid of the carbon dioxide. Getting a bit sweaty here. Always a good thing. Flushing out the toxins, I like to think. Right. How are things going? Where have you got your bike set up? That's another thing. I know some of you have got me in your bedrooms. You naughty people. Some of you in your living rooms. Some have got a little den of doom, like Mark, who's built his very own, very impressive lockdown project. Some of you have got me in your dining room. where am I? I had a nice photograph yesterday of somebody showing me where they were. So bizarre. Looking at me, a photo of me in someone else's house on their television or their iPad. Conservatory, Catherine. You've got conservatory into living room. I like that. With me on the wall. Perfect. Especially, I just can't imagine actually a sort of massive screen. Me. Sorry, I just got to stop laughing at my own jokes. So irritating. Okay, we're in the recovery, legs are spinning really well. In fact, they feel like they might well be higher than the 20. So should we do another count? Yeah? Kate, do you want to do another count? I can see you do. Let's get ready to count then in 3, 2, 1, and count. For me, I thought it was a little bit higher this time around. My legs have loosened off. They feel fabulous. Even with the day off yesterday. Stuck at that computer. I think I had 2 sort of 20-minute breaks in that 10 hours that I was marking. Dedication, that's what we need. I could have done almost an Ironman in that time. If I was a professional, I'd have finished. I'd have gone home and been having tea, put my feet up after a good day's work. As I'm not a professional, I still would have been out there 10 hours in. 11:38 is my PB for Ironman. But I'm not sure whether I can do it. Not sure it's really the distance for me. You might or may not have noticed I have a slight attention deficiency. Therefore, 5, 6 hours on the bike, 6.5 hours on the bike, unfortunately, blows my mind. So, the only times I've done the centuries is in an Ironman. So I've done 500-mile plus bike rides ever. I just couldn't face it. Especially as a lot of training gets done on your own. Perhaps I'll get better as I start talking more to myself on screen. Okay, we're coming. We've got 45 seconds left of this. And then we have got 2 minutes at an 8 or 9. So for those of you who are working with your gears, Natalie, you go, well, anybody really, you go up gear. So for you, Nats, I think gear 6 for this one. And then for the next lot of effort, then you can use that final gear. Okay. We're going up in 3, 2, 1. Remember, it's about an 8 or a 9 on the RP scale. It's 2 minutes. So the first bit will feel like an 8 or a 9. And as we get into that second minute, it will. Hold it steady. Focus on the rhythm. Try and hold the same gear if you can, and the same cadence. You ready to count and count? "23 for me. Halfway through, guys. Now it's starting to hurt. 40 seconds left. 30 left, hold on. 15 left. 10. 3, 2, 1. Take it down 2 gears. Back to an RPE of about 3. So because we're working over the threshold, what happens is we produce more lactic acid than our body can deal with. And it takes a little bit more effort to get rid of it. So the first 30 seconds, you might find you're puffing and panting, maybe longer. As your fitness improves, your ability to recover from those sessions will improve as well. So we're above threshold, getting our body used to what the lactic acid feels like, and teaching it to get rid of it nice and quickly. Good. Make sure you're having a drink. Well done. Halfway through the recovery. Now you should be feeling okay. Get yourself ready for another 2-minute effort. Good. 1 minute to go. The kinds of water I had before coming on board is making its way out of my system, mostly through my face. That's it, absolutely brilliant. We're over halfway through the session now. We've got 2 2-minute efforts left and 4 30 seconds. So that's only 6 minutes of hard work left. Easy. Trouble is, we're in half term, we're just thinking I've chosen the only nice days. Oops. Up we go. Off we go, guys. Think about your cadence, think about the rhythm. Don't work too hard too soon. Just hold on to what you've got. Let's do a count now. Twenty-three. We'll keep it there. Don't relax as soon as I stop counting. You know, I'm watching. Come on, William. Hold on to this now, guys. We'll go another count at 1 minute. Are you ready? In 5. Ready? And count. Okay, 22. Legs are hurting now. We'll hold on to this. Come on, 30 seconds. Last 15. Lactic's building up. 3, 2, 1, and step it back. Whew. May take a little bit longer to recover from this one. Karine, are you joining me on this one? Well done. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, it does hurt. Do you know what? Everybody's with you with that pain. It's not just you. Some people can hide it better than others. But believe you me, everyone's in that same boat. When I look at age groupers versus the elites, the age groupers are working hard, as hard as the elites. The only problem for them is they've got to do it for longer. So yes, those elites have got fantastic genetics. They've trained exceedingly hard, but you can't help it. I think they're pretty damn lucky to be able to finish early. Just because of who they came out of. So if your kids become elite athletes, you know it's thanks to you and your supreme genes. And if they choose to stay in bed like mine, well, Kai, that's obviously your husband's genes. It wouldn't be mine. Lockdown has done us no favours with a teenage boy. I'm sure a few of you can empathise with me there. It's 11 o'clock, and I doubt very much he will even appear until afternoon. He wakes up, he just chills. The trouble is, it's not like you can just nag them to get up during COVID and get out and meet up with their pals. The only time they're meeting up with their pals is when on those flipping computers. Right, last 2-minute effort. Are you ready? Here it comes. 10 seconds time. 3, 2, 1, up we go. Don't start too hard too soon. 2 minutes is longer than you think. Think about how you're pedaling. Get that rhythm. We're going to do a count up to halfway. So get yourself ready to count and count. minutes. Halfway. Let's hold on to this. Heavy breathing now. Last 30 coming up. 30 seconds. Hold on. Come on, Tom. Well done. Come on, Joe. Come on, Priscilla. Hopefully you're joining for this one. Come on, Freya. 3, 2, 1. Up we go. Well done. Last 2-minute effort in the bag. Wow. Well done, guys. Well done, Sarah. I know you're still there, all the way to the end. And Glyn, coming along. It's coming along, Glyn. Every training session, every step you take forward is just a little bit more in the bank to build on. Time off, too much time off, takes a little bit out of the bank. And you've got to repay the retraining or detraining debt. Really well done. Hopefully you're back to holding a conversation. Oh, let me tell you about what I made last night. Kids don't like it, but I think it's not bad on toast. Chocolate hummus. Healthy, made with cacao. What else did I make it with? Oh yeah, cacao. Obviously hummus. Chickpeas, that's right. Should have been maple syrup, but we only had honey. So I put some honey in there. A little bit of desiccated coconut. A little bit of almond milk to give it the moisture. And whizzed it all together. Oh yeah, not forgetting a teaspoon of vanilla essence. The cacao powder is really like cocoa. In fact, I'm quite surprised how cocoa-like it is. So that's supposed to stave off my urges for real chocolate bars. So I made that and then I ate a penguin. Oh, we all have weak moments. What do you mean you don't? I'm sure you do. Oh. Right, what have we got left? Just some 30-second efforts. Now these are all out efforts, so you can use your toughest gear. 30 seconds sounds like nothing. You're going to hate me because they hurt just a tad. And we've got the first one coming up in 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. 30 seconds, hard. 20. 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Back to that 3. Nice and easy. Get some power in those legs. Ooh, I feel tired now. It's only a minute's recovery. And we've got 35 seconds left. By the time I finish saying 35, it then becomes 30. Ooh la la. Ben, are you with me? Come on, we can do this together. 15. Come on, Emily. No, you're there to the bitter end. again in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. And there's only 4. This is number 2. Halfway through. Oh, don't let it drop now. 2, 1, and relax. Tight around those knees. 2 done, 2 to go. Excellent. Come on, everyone. Come on, everybody. Pedal with me. Come on, everybody. Set yourself free. Good. Less than 30 seconds left. 15. Keep smiling through. Here we go. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. 20 left. 10 left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more after this. Oh, well done. Absolutely fantastic. A little bit more lactic acid to get rid of. Building up. 30 seconds left for the last effort. $15. 10 left. Well done. Come on, we can do this. Let's smash it out of the ballpark. Now, don't get too carried away. You'll be able to train tomorrow. 2, 1, off we go. Left. 2, 1, and relax, relax, relax. Hopefully you can't hear me puffing excessively. And hopefully I made it look easy. I doubt it very much. The drippy drips off my chin probably tell a different story. And the nice shade of puce. Penny, you're my partner in puce, aren't you? Yeah. Penny's in her basement. Getting pinker as we go. Thanks for letting me know where I am with you. And here comes our cool down. So 5 minutes, nice and easy. Had questions about the cool down? For those of you on a busy schedule. If you're trying to fit a brick session in, you can get out, get off the bike after the first minute of your cool down. And Get your trainers on and head out the door. If you are going to sit at a desk for the rest of the day, then I suggest doing the entire cool down and adding 5 to 10 minutes of stretching into your plan. Your back will tighten up because your hip flexors are coming from here and attaching to that lower back. So if you wonder why your lower back has that arch, it's partly because you've got tight hip flexors which are pulling you forwards. If your job is predominantly desk-based, then those hip flexors will be getting tight. So exercises to loosen those off, to loosen off the quads. There is a session in my sets, in my playlist for you, that will be specifically looking at loosening the quads and the hip flexors. It's a 20-minute session. What I suggest with all these sessions that I put on is that you choose the stretches that work for you, and then you integrate them into your daily routine. You don't have to do the full 20 minutes. Pick the key stretches that you know are doing you good. What are your tight spots? And can you work on them? So never neglect your stretching. Youngsters, those under 30, get away with it. Once you start getting past that 30 mark, unfortunately, things don't spring back into shape the way they used to. Believe you me. So with a little bit of concerted effort, I make sure I do a good 40-minute yoga session at least once a week to loosen everything off. And I'd like to say that was sufficient, but it's really not. In an ideal world, I'd be doing it every other day, if not daily, but time does not permit. If you've been furloughed, make the most of this time now to focus on that stretching. Strength and conditioning. It doesn't have to be full-on strength sessions. We're talking about exercises that stabilize the joints and help to correct muscle imbalances. If we've got strong, stable joints and our muscles are evenly matched, then you should stay injury-free. If you've been training for years with bad habits and then you up your load, you will find that whatever injuries or tightnesses you had in the past that you didn't work on properly will come back and bite you in the bum or the hamstring or the calf, or maybe even the lower back. Look after your bodies now, young people, so that they will last you in late 80s. Wouldn't it be good to still be running in your 80s and 90s? That would be my goal, definitely. At the very least, being able to go for nice long walks in the countryside. Mr. D, who was my lecturer at university, at Trinity College, St David's, Carmarthen, he's out walking with his daughter. Big long walks, like 6 miles, was it, Karen? Yeah, Karen, 6 miles with Mr. D, who was a legend, and he's in his 80s now, so absolutely amazing. A true role model and someone to aspire to. And he used to tell us back then how he used to do his stretches every day in order to stay mobile. Okay, we have now completed the session. I'd like to say a huge thank you for joining me. This is my first ever live YouTube set. Hopefully somebody enjoyed it. And please make sure you comment. I've got a huge thank you to those people who are commenting already. It really does make the difference to my day. Take care now. Bye-bye. I'm going to come over to Tony. Okie dokie. Close up now.